Alright, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to recap the Eco this weekend. It's Tuesday. Jay's got the scores up, so I figured now that the score's up, I'd let you know how all of that went down. It was a fun weekend, relatively speaking. The weather was terrible. First round, it was in the 30s and raining and windy towards the end of the round, so it's quite frigid. Second round, rain let up and let us play with no rain, but still is pretty cold. But so some exciting stuff happened this weekend for myself and for one other person. Jarrett Wallace, first off, shout out to him. He got his first open win at the Eco in Goldsboro. Congrats to him on that. He played a fantastic final round, shooting a 42. I think it was like unofficially 1060 something. I want to say like 1067 or something like that. But congrats to Jarrett for taking down the win. The exciting part for me was definitely not the scores I put up, but some of the mental things I accomplished during that tournament. I was super nervous at the beginning of both of those rounds and just kept plugging until I got comfortable. I don't know what it was, but I was super nervous. I had the butterflies and jitters and all sorts of crazy stuff going on. But I battled through it and ended up, coming back and salvaging a round, I guess. First round, I think I had 4 bogeys and 8 birdies to shoot a 50. And then second round, I had 2 5s and a 4 and 8 birdies to shoot a 51. So, those beginnings of rounds like that where you start off and you're just playing pretty terrible and you've got nerves and you don't know what's going on and you're trying to figure it all out, and you just got to keep plugging, keep pushing and believing that eventually the putts are going to start falling. Eventually you're going to get comfortable on the tee pad and throw a good shot and put yourself in position to score. And that's how you get through those rounds. That's how I had to get through those rounds that I played this past weekend, which I like to go ahead and get that out of the way. I mean, I'm glad that it happened now. I can go ahead and see that all I really need to do is just relax and take my time and believe in the practice that you've put in. So, yeah, there's lessons to be learned from that, guys. Just try and take a positive away from, a bad performance at a tournament. Other stuff to go over, the Eco Goldsboro. It did rain, so Jay had to pull out 3 of the holes on the backside, which I think he made a great decision there to skip the particular holes that he skipped. They were definitely the worst 3, and the temp holes that he put in were, I think, fair. I think some other people had some other type issues with them, but I'm not going to please everybody, so whatever. I thought he did a good job at making do with what he had and making the decisions that he had with the weather being the way that it was going to be. It was the right decision. It was a smart decision. It was the safe decision for the players. So everybody think about stuff like that before you start criticizing. Not to say that I heard like a ton of criticism about the temp holes or which holes he took out. I'm just saying that as a general blanket statement across the board for tournament directors in general. Some people don't understand why they have to make decisions that they make sometimes, but they're necessary for safety reasons and for speed of play reasons and things that some of us might not think about. But yeah, I thought the tournament went well. I was really surprised at how many people showed up. Tournament, I think it was, what was it, 72 people or something like that. So, I mean, and it was full, and people were getting in off the wait list because of the weather. And the people that were getting in off the wait list were showing up. So it was cool to see that many folks show up. I might be wrong on 72. It might have been 80 or 80 something, because there was a lot of people out there. Some people didn't come back after the first round though, because they were soaked and frozen. They were popsicles by the end of that first round. They were not prepared. Not prepared. Prepare yourself, guys. So yeah, I think it went well. I didn't put up great scores. Jarrett, you know, he battled through. It was really cool to see at the end of the round when he was asked if that was his first win. We hadn't even taken the scores for the final hole yet, and he was like, "Did I win it?" And I think there's a lesson to learn there too. Is not that's one of those things where he stayed in the moment the entire round. He had no idea. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knew that he was creeping up and probably had like a chance at it, but he was just playing golf and he was just making birdies. I mean, 12 birdies, no bogeys. That's a solid round, even at Berkeley, where it's, you know, get a 2 and move on. And there's a couple of difficult holes, but yeah, he stayed in the moment and really didn't let any of the he wasn't focused on his scores. He wasn't focused on, you know, how close am I getting to the lead? If I am getting close to the lead, am I leading now? You know, or whatever. He just, that was a really cool moment to see where he was like, "Did I win it? If I did, then yeah, that's my first win." I was like, "Sweet, man! Like that's a super cool thing to see, especially when you get to see it in that moment like that, where you can tell like he had one of those rounds where he was just playing golf. That was it. Like, I'm just gonna go out here, I'm gonna play golf, and then at the end I'm gonna see where I finished." And that's how you have to play, and that's how you have to play to win, right there. Great job, Jarrett. Again, man, that was really cool to see. He's one of the Greenville homies, so that's also pretty cool to see one of the Greenville homies get his first win on the Eco Tour. The Eco Tour has given a lot of people their first of many different things. First aces, first PDGA wins, first PDGA tournaments, first PDGA cashes, first open wins, first wins, period. So that's cool to see. So with all that said, I think that wraps up the first tournament of the year. It was fun. Got to see a lot of people that I haven't seen in a while. Got to see my homie Nathan. Hopefully get to see him one more time before he takes off on the road. Yeah, so that's it for the Eco in Goldsboro. Next up, I will not be playing Buckhorn. Technical difficulties happened, so I will not be playing Buckhorn. I'm not going to fool with that wait list. My next event will be the Eco in Wilmington, it looks like, for right now, unless something pops up and I get the bug to go play something. But as far as looking at the schedule, there's nothing I can see that's going to fit in there. So yeah, until then, until next time, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.